Gert Wieserkowski and Julie V. And the forwards are Gene Woolrich, Yilmaz Orhan, and of course Adi Coker. For the Cosmos, in goal we'll of course have Errol Yassin. The defenders will be Eskandarian and Formoso on the wings, with Carlos Alberto and Beckenbauer in the center of the defense. In midfield we'll have Terry Garbett and Ricky Davis and Vladislav Bogicevic. And up front will be, of course, Dennis Tuert, Sanino, and Giorgio Chinaglia.
All right, this program is authorized under rights by the Cosmos solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, rebroadcast, or other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this event, including the imposition of a charge for viewing the program without the express consent of the Cosmos, is strictly prohibited. Well, the Cosmos with their new uniforms, blue and yellow, blue and gold. And Warner, what do you think of the uniforms?
Well, except for the socks, I think they're beautiful. But we have to do with what we have.
Bogi Bogicevic with his shirt out already, ready to go. And Bogey's going to be running the midfield now with Beckenbauer in the back with Carlos Alberto. It'll be interesting tonight, Warner and Seamus, to see how the Cosmos play. And Giorgio kicks off, and 1979 is underway. Franz Beckenbauer and young Ricky Davis. Eskandarian, number 2. We'll give you these players a lot during the night because for some of you, you'll be seeing them for the first time. This is Carlos Alberto. Cosmos moving on the offensive. That's Tuert. And back to the midfield line.
Back to Beckenbauer.
And back to Denny Tuert. As you see, we're going over part of a baseball diamond. The chip in is headed away. Tuert won it in the air over Adi Coker, but he pushed him.
Foul is against New York, a free kick.
San Diego with the yellow uniforms. They're 1-0.
Bachner, number 8.
One thing about Hubie Vogelsinger's clubs, they are competitive. There's a brilliant ball in the left wing. Here's a cross in front, and Beckenbauer knocks it into the stands.
Cleared over the end line by Franz Beckenbauer. Corner kick.
So it'll be a corner kick coming up for San Diego.
Yilmaz Orhan got free there on the left side, and that's what San Diego's got to watch for. He can't let his man drift away from him.
Woolwick crossing in front, looking for Coker, and there's going to be a foul call as they knocked down Eskandarian. They double-teamed Eskandarian over there, and the foul was committed by Peter Nover. This is a big, long, and wide field, and a lot of space, Seamus, for skillful players to work.
Yeah, most ball players like the wide parks, and I think the Cosmos are quite happy to have this kind of space.
Julie V is playing. You saw his pass into Coker, and now it's Beckenbauer breaking up to Bogey. Bogey, a good pass to Franz Beckenbauer with a lot of room. Here comes Franz Beckenbauer over the midfield line. Good pass to Bogey. Bogey's pass is knocked down, picked up by Ricky Davis, chipping it toward Franz if he can get to it. Franz laying it back now, and the Cosmos build from behind.
Formoso.
Sonny Formoso, not a Franz Beckenbauer in the middle.
Beckenbauer.
Long ball, knocked away. Formoso was trying to overlap up that wing, as you saw. San Diego breaks it up. San Diego, not a bad defensive club, Werner.
No, not at all. I think they're realizing that Giorgio's the key to the offense, and we're going to be keying in on him. Giorgio's coming outside a lot. Also, Dennis Tuert is trying to get involved in the game and seeing how his Achilles tendon injury is going to come along.
Shiny with the ball. Not an over on the right wing, and Cosmos zone at the 35-yard line. Eskandarian challenging, and as a result, the Cosmos win the ball, and now a whistle blows, and they've called a foul against Bogey. Against Bogey, pushing. Wieserkowski with the free kick over on the right to Gene Woolrich. And now they call offside. Call offside against San Diego.
Just prior to that play, you saw a nice tackle in there by Eskandarian, and that's something that's very much a factor in Eddie's plans for this team. He needs to have a defender back there, particularly a wing-back, who will go in and really tackle hard out far. And that's one nice additive that Eskandarian provides.
Nice lead pass up here intended for Garbett, but it's broken up and knocked over the sideline by Martin Donnelly. Almost knocked over the sideline, we should say. And now it's Donnelly with the ball. San Diego, they won 1-0 against California. They're 1-0 on this season. The Cosmos starting 1979. Cosmos were 5-2-3 in the exhibition. Now the long ball up the wing and a battle. And Alberto won the war, as usual. Now Yacine to Alberto. Bogey with the ball. Coker really marking closely. San Diego will do that. They're a close marking team, and most of Hubert Vogelsinger's teams have played that way. All right, Ricky Davis in the midfield line now. To Giorgio, who's come back to handle the ball. Quinaya from midfield. For Bogey, and it's headed away, and San Diego breaks it up. And now look to come out of their zone with Gene Wilrick. He's a good goal scorer. Interception. Cosmos with Sinino. Here comes Sinino handling it for the first time. Sinino over the 35, tackled off the ball nicely by Pete Nover. Long lead up here is picked off by Franz Beckenbauer. No score in the game if you're just tuning in. 40-27 to play first half. Cosmos at San Diego. All right, Terry Garber with the ball over the midfield line. Denny Tour to the right. Feeling out process, Warner early in the game.
Yes, it seems to be going on both sides. We're trying to find out what the opposition has, and they're trying to find out what we're going to throw at them.
Long ball up the wing now, intended for Orhan. He's being battled for the ball, and I believe they've got a foul on Orhan on top of Santi Formoso.
There's the foul. You see the push from behind, but actually Sandy did get him into himself into a little trouble by being on the outside of his attacker rather than on the inside of him initially. Fortunately, he got out of it.
Back to the live action. There's a great Beckenbauer ball to Eskandarian. Race with Nover. Nover tackled it over the goal line. They're going to have the first corner kick of the game. Eskandarian that time with a brilliant run up the left side, set up by Beckenbauer's perfect pass.
You saw the speed of Eski now, which he's going to use to a great advantage.
All right, short corner. Eski now trying to cross it. It was knocked down. Knocked down in there. Good defensive play by Gene Wilrich. So we have no score in the game. 39-09 to play in the first half here in San Diego, California. The Cosmos defending 2 consecutive championships. The only club ever to have won 3 championships in the NASL. No other club has won more than 1. And one man has been on all 3 Cosmo champions, and he's sitting to my left, Warner Rupp. And a pushing foul against San Diego.
Now, one thing that impressed me right away about Franz Beckenbauer in tonight's match, the first pass he made was a nice, easy, short ball to Ricky Davis, and that's great to bring Ricky into the game right away. And in fact, he's looked for Ricky a couple of times down the center, and that shows you how much confidence they have now in Ricky as a player up here.
Alberto now deep on the right side. Santi, and now back to Franz Beckenbauer outside the 35-yard line of San Diego. Cosmos looking for a way in. Addy Coker knocked the pass down. Here's Eskandarian. Pass to Bogey just at the 35. Bogey surrounded. Cosmos play it back again. Looking for a way inside. Now they'll try Sinino on the left side. Sinino, great skill. Watch him. I think he thought the referee was a Cosmos player.
Yeah, this has been a problem that we found out about our color uniforms. They too closely resemble the referees. And we've often in the past have given a pass to a referee because of the uniform similarities.
All right, they got a foul on Ricky Davis from behind. Free kick for San Diego, 45 yards away. Archagny will take it. Into the box. To Coker, headed out. Now it's San Diego on the offensive. Orhan. Crossing to the top of the box. And a whistle blows and dangerous play. Julie V, dangerous play. And still no score with 37 minutes and 2 seconds remaining in the first half. Vice President and General Manager of the San Diego club is Marvin Milks, a gentleman who's well known and has been well known in sports in America and baseball, almost every sport, and his lovely wife Margot is watching the game back in New York tonight. We wanted to say hello to her. All right, Franz Beckenbauer with the ball. The long lead, this one for Giorgio. But again, San Diego is back there to break it up, but there's a good play by Sinino, headed out again by Hassani. And now to Addy Coker, and now Julie V. San Diego counter-attacking. Here come the Sockers. Peter Nover now on the right side, playing it inside. Eskandarian was beaten momentarily, but it was Franz Cooley chipping it back to Eski, and the Cosmos come the other way. Ricky Davis playing it to Giorgio, who's got to come back to midfield to get the ball. Now back to Giorgio again, to the midfield line. Giorgio is stripped of the ball by Julie V. Wyshakovsky with the ball. Now Julie V. He's their quarterback. He's the guy that sets it up. He makes it happen. Harshani with the ball. Now on the right side, check out Wilrich. Crossing in front, headed out again by Beckenbauer, doing an outstanding job. Crossing over Julie V. Give and go, broken up in the Cosmos. Bogey with it. Good defensive play by Bogey. Watch the Cosmos racing 4-on-4 down. Bogey with the ball, 35-yard line, leading for Giorgio. Bad pass. Bad pass, broken up by Donnelly. He's at the midfield line already. Time for San Diego to counterattack against Terry Garbett. Connolly shot easy for Yassin. From San Diego, no score in the game. The Cosmos and San Diego will be back with more Cosmos action. San Diego, California, Cosmos Soccer. Jim Carvelis, Seamus Mallon, and Werner Roth. No score in the game. We have 34 minutes to play in the first half. San Diego with the ball in the middle of the field. Donnelly, good little defender. Harsanyi, Laszlo Harsanyi, chipping toward the box, looking for Addy Coker. Formoso playing him. He makes the play. Now Franz with the ball. Beckenbauer in the box. Now easily for Yassin. Now rolls it for Terry Garbett. Garbett at his own 35-yard line. The Cosmos moving forward. San Diego's been very tough defensively so far. Quinaya. A beautiful ball for Garbett if he can get to it. Garbett inside the 35 of San Diego will play it back now. Cosmos moving forward with that man, Carlos Alberto. To Denny Tuart. Back to Alberto. Slow build for the Cosmos. Looking back outside to Alberto. Carlos in the box. Mayer with a diving stop. There's that helmet that Seamus Mallon was talking about.
Very patient build-up there by the Cosmos, and that's really their game. So we should be patient with them too, because that kind of build-up is really critical to trying to move some defenders out of the way. And if they can continue that that kind of patience until the other defenders get distracted and leave some spaces, then they'll make some progress towards a score.
By Cosmos now trying to clear the ball. And San Diego ever persistent. Here comes Julie V. Actually, Bogey made that play from behind. He stripped him of the ball from behind, and here comes Bogey Bogicevic. Over to Terry Garbett. Now the Cosmos in their own zone, coming to the midfield line. Here's Ricky Davis with the ball. Ricky with a little bit of room on the right side for an overlapping Sonny Formoso. Sonny looking in the box. Giorgio's in there. Here's Tuart in there, and the shot is picked off by Mayer. Tickets for all Cosmos home games can be purchased at all 210 branches of Manufacturers Hanover Trust Company in New York and in New Jersey at Fidelity Union Trust Company. Tickets also available at Ticketron through Charge It at the Cosmos Ticket Office, 75 Rockefeller Plaza, New York, and at Giant Stadium. Bogey with the ball now, 35-yard line, his own 35. 31:43 to play in the first half. No score, the Cosmos and the San Diego Sockers. Eskandarian, he likes to come up on the attack. Sanino. Eskandarian. Now to Bogey. Operating just in San Diego zone. Bogey, left-footed pass came here for Sanino. Offside. Offside against the Cosmos.
Call against number 11, Sanino of the Cosmos. Offside is most often called because the man does not...
Time remaining, 31:07 to play in the first half. Here's Addy Coker now. And Bogey knocked it away, then Ricky Davis, and a foul on Coker. And I'll tell you what, Seamus, Bogey's playing some defense tonight.
Well, he always had the ability to. And it was just a matter of getting fired up.
This time called on Canalia.
There you see that high foot in there by Addy Coker. The tackle, he went over the ball, and that's a real no-no, both officially and even within the player's own understanding of the game. You just don't do that sort of thing. Knowing Coker, I think it was frankly more accidental than intentional, but it really can hurt a player badly.
All right, Bachner with the ball now, coming into Cosmos zone. No score in the game, 30:23 to play first half. Addy Coker now outside the Cosmos box. They play it back, and here's San Diego moving on the offensive. They have 7 men inside the Cosmo 35. Bachner with the ball. Nice ball, and watch San Diego come inside. Arsagny stripped of the ball, and it's Bogey with it. Sends Eskandarian running across the midfield line. Here's Eski, a good offensive player. Looking. Check it. It's Sanino. Sanino with the ball, number 11. Now long for Quinaya. He's onside. Giorgio, shot, save! Cross, far post, no one there.
with that first shot.
In front, Bogey missed a circus shot as Eskandarian fed him. And now it's San Diego the other way. So the Cosmos had that great offensive thrust that time, and a foul against the Cosmos. Coker was fouled. It's hard for me to believe that Quinaya could get that shot away from that angle. Mayer made some save. Now chipping it for Coker, and you saw Beckenbauer screen Eddie Coker off to allow Yassin to pick it off. Yeah. Now Franz by himself. Now to Garbett, and here's Santi Formoso thinking offense across the midfield line. Now to Terry Garbett, 35. His pass not a good one, intended for Quinaya with 28:58 to play in the first half.
That pass actually, I think, was intended for Denny Turret, who made a fake to his left and then cut into the middle. Unfortunately, the fake fooled Terry as well as the defenders, and he placed the ball where he thought Denny was going to go. But that's kind of an early season error. You find that at this time of the year.
All right, Orhan now attacking Cosmos. Cross, nobody there, luckily for the Cosmos in the far post. That was a good cross. Now another cross, hit the top of the net. Hit the top of the net with 28-28 to play in the first half, and still no score.
You know, it's interesting to see Carlos Alberto and Franz Beckenbauer working so well together in the back, two of the greatest defensive players in the world. And I think it's a once-in-a-lifetime situation to see the two of them playing so closely together on the same team.
All right, Franz Beckenbauer over his 35. Seamus?
Well, the other thing, Werner, is you never see any panic back there. You see very nice little 1-2 passes in the box that any other players, if they were doing, would frighten you. But with these two players doing it, you just know it's going to work out all right.
All right, Cosmos broken up again. Nover made the play. Nover has the ball. Sanino chasing him. Nover's pass for Coker. Coker being marked by Garbett, and there's a fine defensive play by Terry Garbett. Garbett and Coker one-on-one, and Garbett made the play, Seamus.
Okay, very good play here. Coker's one of the toughest guys in the league one-on-one. You see him take the ball on his chest very nicely there, and look at Terry get the position on him and slips his foot in there and knocks it wide. Terry didn't go for the fake. Corner kick, San Diego. Woolridge took it, headed out of there by the Cosmos again. Arsagny playing it to Woolridge on the right wing now. Eskandarian checking Sanino to play him. Now the cross came in the box, and it's knocked over the goal line. They're going to say corner kick San Diego again. Corner kick San Diego. Woolridge will take it. Good. Knocked down. Beckenbauer chipped it out. Another beautiful corner. And the Cosmos were up to it, but San Diego stays on the offensive. Watch Orhan. Shot, and it's headed away by Carlos Alberto. Taken down by Orhan again. He fights a man off there, and San Diego controls midway between the midfield line. 35, the long pass. Woolridge, this is a good ball against Eskandarian. Eskandarian knocked it over the goal line, and San Diego will have their third corner kick in the last minute and a half.
And these corners against San Diego especially are turning out to be very dangerous. They have some very tall players in the forward line, but they're also bringing up the taller defenders up for the corner kick, so they can prove very dangerous. We have to mark very tightly in the back.
Number 22.
All right, Julie V will take it. Far post, not as good. Headed out. And it's Quinaya to collect it outside his own 35-yard line. Giorgio coming to the midfield line. Looking for a man. He finds Ricky Davis. Back to Franz Beckenbauer at midfield. Franz a lead for Denny Turret. He's not offside, and the shot just went wide. Another brilliant pass by Franz Beckenbauer, and he got Turret perfectly, kept him onside.
Not only that, he gave everybody the feeling that he was going to slip it inside to Davis, who was hollering for the ball, and players started from San Diego started to close in on Davis, and then And then Franz hits this lovely 30-yarder instead.
All right, here's a long ball, and it's broken up at the Cosmos, but again, it's San Diego with the ball. Yilmaz Orhan. Orhan looking to cross. Formoso made the tackle and it hit the corner flag, stayed in the field. Coker knocked out by Eskandarian. Bogey going for the ball.
Wyszychowski.
And now Wyszychowski, Coker. Coker headed it over the goal line. And they say last touch the Cosmos. Last touch the Cosmos. Another San Diego corner kick. Eskandarian's had his hands full tonight.
I think that's going to be a vital combination. Eski covering his man Wilrich. I think it'll prove to be a very good combination.
All right, and the whistle blew on that corner kick. No goal, obviously, and a foul against San Diego. Youngsters, you can be a Cosmos ball person this season at Giant Stadium. Pick up your entry blank at the Progresso display at your favorite supermarket. All right, no score in the game. The Cosmos in their new blue uniforms. 24-12 to play, first half. Bogey just over the midfield line. Now to Carlos Alberto, and now Carlos coming forward. Pass for Bogey, chips it high in the air. Alan Mayer comes out ahead of Quinalha.
Jim, we've noticed Giorgio come back into the middle of the park a couple of times to get the ball, and that's a good thing for him to do, because he'll pull a defender out with him, or they face a difficult choice. Should I stay or should I go? And it's not just simply that Giorgio is being selfish and coming out to look for the ball. It's just another way of creating space in the defense. If he comes out, pulls a player with him, then Cosmo can run in there.
All right, Beckenbauer to the midfield line. Franz playing in the back, but still coming forward. Now the long ball for Bogey, knocked away. Wyszychowski made the play. So the Cosmos, for the most part now, are looking for that long Beckenbauer pass to free a Tuert, to free a Quinalha, or a Bogicevic. Sanino is fouled by Julie V and puts it in play right away.
That's been a good combination for us in the past, is the long Beckenbauer ball to one of the forwards. And as you can see, it puts their defense in a lot of trouble almost every time we use it.
They call Quinalha offside in the play. And San Diego will put it in play. Giorgio Quinalha, 34 goals last year. He has scored more goals in 2.5 years than most people will score in 2 lifetimes. Orhan with the ball. Now it's San Diego inside the 35, and the long cross, Yassin easily in front of Nover. Eskandarian now. Sanino back to Eskandarian. You see the close marking by San Diego. They're not allowing the Cosmos to even come out of their own zone very easily. They have to work for it, Seamus.
Well, that's right. It's particularly important for fullbacks to close down wingers very early, and that's what San Diego does. They have Peter Nover coming up to put pressure on Sanino all the time, hoping that Sanino will cough up the ball near his own goal as a result of this pressure.
All right, a good lead for Denny Tuert if he can beat Mayer to the ball, and Mayer took him down, went over the goal line. Are they going to call it? Or are they going to call it? No. Now you're pleading the case, and that was very, very close.
That was very close, Jim. That could have easily been a penalty, and I think a close look at that would tend to give the referee maybe another decision. But there's only one referee on the field, and his first decision counts.
Woolrich and Eskandarian now. Their battle is on again. Woolrich now. Eskandarian knocked it away this time, and Eskandarian has the ball. Now plays it back for Garbett. He wins it. Terry Garbett wins it again. What hustle by Terry Garbett. He's knocked down by Orhan, and a foul on Orhan. Terry Garbett, hard-working midfielder. To Ricky Davis. And now to Bogey. Broken up. Beckenbauer won it back. Beautiful save by Bogey. And then headed over the near sideline by Julie B. Cosmos throw it in.
Quite a bit of hustle there by Bogey to get that ball. It may surprise some people.
Ricky Davis, a header to the wrong person. Now Julie B comes in the box. Shot at a great save. A great save by Yassin. Great because he was screened in the play and still picked up the shot. Great save.
Okay, but watch the angle here. Watch the position he takes up. Now see him coming out. Comes out just a little bit, and that gives him enough room to see the shot and to cut down the far post.
Ricky Davis inadvertently screened him in the play, Warner, and I couldn't believe that Yassin could still pick up that shot.
Yeah, sometimes it's unfortunate, but our own players get in the way, and it was a great move on Yassin's part to see around Ricky and to make that save.
Mike Cosmos attacking with Terry Garvin now outside the 35-yard line. Santi Formoso inside the 35, plays it to Bogey. He is knocked off the ball, knocked over the far sideline by Wyszkowski.
Easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say. All right, Carlos Alberto, 35. Looking. Cosmos having a tough time getting in. Addy Coker made the defensive play, forcing it back to Beckenbauer. Giorgio to Franz to Bogey. Hit the referee. Cosmos keep it. Garvin, a hard shot, hit the post. Can you believe it? Garvin from 34 yards almost broke the goalpost. I think it was a surprise here. They didn't expect Garvin to hit it right from that 35.
And it was a great shot as well. Not only was it far out and a surprise to the keeper, but it was so well placed, it almost scored.
Cosmos break it up. Santi Formoso made the play, but it's recollected there by San Diego. No score in this game. 19:05 to play in the first half. The Cosmos, San Diego. Bachner got the ball over here, and now it's Woolrich on the right with Eskandarian in Cosmos zone. Woolrich taking on Eskandarian. A great one-on-one battle here tonight with those two. Now Peter Nover and Sanino came back, almost stole the ball. Nover got by Bogey. Wyszkowski's shot went wide and offside San Diego. From San Diego, California. No score in the game, 18:30 to play in the first half. We'll be back with more Cosmos action. Still no score in the game. Jim Carvelis, Seamus Mallon, Warner Roth. San Diego, California. Free kick San Diego from the 35 coming for Coker. Beckenbauer knocked it away. Now shot just wide. Just wide by Wyszkowski. And a good chance that time for San Diego.
Okay, look at the shot there. The pressure was put on him by Franz Beckenbauer, and with Carlos coming out, backing up Franz, he rushed his shot a little bit. He had a bit more time to shoot, but he saw a looming number 5 in front of him, so he fired hastily and just wide. And that's part of the most important addition to the defense this year has been that tandem of Beckenbauer and Alberto in the middle. Beckenbauer can afford to come up and challenge players now, knowing that Carlos will sweep up behind him, and vice versa, so they complement each other nicely.
Eskandarian with the ball. And he lost it over the sideline.
Soccer's throw-in.
Soviet throw-in for San Diego with 16:41 to play in the first half. Rochester was beaten by Philadelphia tonight in Philly, 3-0.
Defeated the Memphis Roads 2-1.
Tampa Bay beat Memphis 2-1.
Memphis won.
San Diego going for Coker at the midfield line. Broken up nicely by Sanino. Sanino is a good offensive player, but Warner, he likes to come back and play defense.
Well, he's one of the workers on that forward line, and I think it's important because other players notice it and they get a bit, their work rate comes up a bit as well.
Eskandarian had the pass picked off, and now Woolrich will have to go against Denny Tuitt because Eskandarian was up the field, and Tuitt fouled Woolrich. Tuitt fouled Woolrich. So Denny Tuitt had to come back and pick up Eskandarian's man as Eskandarian was overlapping.
That was probably a very good move on Dennis Tuitt's part. I mean, the fouling of it. Woolrich is very quick and he's got long legs and he likes to take the ball down the outside and then bring it in. So I think Dennis saved us from a very sticky situation there.
The winner can pick up his or her.
All right, Julie V. He wasn't supposed to play tonight. He had a bad hamstring. He's playing pretty well. Yassin easily.
On the plaza level.
Well, Yassin easily picked up the free kick, and the Cosmos try to come the other way. San Diego, very close marking club. They've been very tough defensively so far. No score in the game. 15-14 to play in the first half. Denny Tuitt, can he save it? Beautifully. Move by Tuitt. Denny Tuitt, magic. Tuitt again. Look at this move by Denny Tuitt. Now looking inside. He was looking for Bogey, broken up. Tuitt and went down. Looking for a foul, nothing called. San Diego the other way. Julie V at the midfield line along the right wing. Julie V and Ricky Davis beat him to the ball. And they're going to call a foul on San Diego. So Ricky Davis came back and made the play, Seamus.
He did, and it was a very nicely timed run. He waited for the player to knock it out just a few yards ahead of him and was able to cut in there and strip it away from him. Timing and tackling is so important. If you overcommit yourself, you can really get yourself into trouble, but that was a very well-timed tackle by Davis.
All right, Cosmos moving up. This is Eskandarian again, trying to play the ball to Denny Tuart. And Nover made the play on Denny Tuart. So far, San Diego has shut out the Cosmos. Quinaya hasn't added much. He's had one opportunity. It was a tough angle. He made a great shot and was saved. Tuart hasn't had a chance, really, although he did have one on a nice Beckenbauer pass, but it was a tough chance. So give San Diego credit. They played very, very well.
Well, they're also playing on that skin part of the infield, I think, and a lot of the difficulty is that the Cosmos are having in there is just timing their passes and getting the combinations going. When you come from grass onto that dirt, it really does throw you off quite a bit. I was walking on it, it's very hard.
Orshakowski now crosses. Yassin knocked down, the shot went wide. Yassin came out to get the ball from V. He actually collided with Ricky Davis. An open net for Julie V, and luckily for the Cosmos, it missed the post.
It's a very difficult situation to defend against, especially when there's such a dangerous ball coming into the air. The goalkeeper going for it, the defenders going for it. Sometimes the shout isn't heard, and it's a very difficult ball to defend against. Fortunately, the shot on the empty goal went wide.
Well, I've often heard from goalkeepers, Werner, that about the problems of coming out into traffic, as they call it, in front of goal, that they worry more about their own players than they do about the opponents, because they get a little help from the referee occasionally. They get belted by an opponent, but you really got to worry about where your own players are, and as you say, the call has to be clear.
All right, Cosmos now at the 35 of San Diego, broken up by San Diego again. This is Woolrich now and Ricky Davis racing. Woolrich with good speed. Ball broken up by Eskandarian, volleyed high in the air, anyone's ball. Garbett took it down nicely. Good trap by Terry Garbett out of the air. At his own 35-yard line, Sandy Formoso on the right side. Cosmos building. This is Carlos Alberto now, going to Bogey. Bogey shy of midfield. Now back to Alberto. Midfield line, time remaining, 12:41 to play. First half, no score in the game. Garbett. Long chip up the wing now. And the defensive play again made by San Diego, but the Cosmos hustling for the ball and taken down, and no foul. Garbett was taken down pretty hard, and no foul call. San Diego on the offense of the midfield line. Orhan left wing against Formoso. Orhan crosses in front, broken up nicely by Ricky Davis. If you would like to arrange an outing for your business, social, or sports group at a Cosmos home game, call 212-265-7315 and ask for group sales. 12 minutes to play first half. Cosmos nothing, San Diego nothing. Denny Tuart outside is the 35 of San Diego. Now to Garbett. Now to Formoso on the right side, nearing the 35 of San Diego. Plays it for Carlos Alberto. Fans starting some staccato clapping. Tuart for Bogey, cleared again.
Still very difficult to penetrate the center of that defense. I think they'd be a lot better off going wide and trying to go around the outside of it.
They just went wide. Let's see if it's too far. Ricky Davis will control it against Nover. Ricky Davis, Nover all over him. Davis stays on his feet. Good balance. Ricky now playing it for Denny Tuart. Tuart, 35, Franz. Beckenbauer, Quinaya, Tuart, left-footed shot. And the Cosmos still off the scoreboard. Nothing, 10:52 to play in the first half.
That was a pretty good effort there, even though the finishing shot wasn't that great, but they really did get some space in the center for their first time in about 10 minutes. And it's all done by players who are not on the ball, doing some destructive running by taking defenders out of positions. That's what opens the space up.
Eddie Coker on the right wing now. Pass in front, a dummy play, shot, what a save, Yassin. Cosmo still in trouble, and this shot went over the top. Great dummy pass that time, and Yassine had to come out, and he did it brilliantly.
Okay, watch Yassine now come out and hurl his body lengthwise across the ball. Excellent technique, throwing as much of his body in front of the ball as he possibly can. He can't be expected to hold on to that, but you use every part of your body to try to block it.
It was Wilrich that sold the dummy, and coming in, it was Warshawski, and it was almost was the game's first goal. And Yassine with a brilliant save. 9:52 to play, first half. Still no score in the game. The Cosmos and a tough San Diego Sockers team. These guys are no mugs. They won the Western Division of the American Conference last year. They beat Moscow Dynamo 5-2. They beat a top Mexican First Division team 3-1. So they can play soccer, and the Cosmos have their hands full in the first half with 9.5 minutes to play. No score.
What seems to be happening, Jim, is that our defense in midfield is apparently not getting that much movement in the forward line, and they'd like to have the offensive players move a little more.
Tuitt is taken down. Tuitt taken down. Now the Cosmos will get a free kick just to the left of the box.
That was a great cut by Tuitt, and Peter Nover's foul was totally unnecessary because two of his own defenders had done a wonderful job covering up behind him, but he didn't see them, and they must not have called because he unceremoniously took down Tuitt.
All right, Denny Tuitt now with a free kick set up. Tuitt plays it for Franz Beckenbauer.
Shot by Franz Beckenbauer.
So Tuitt teed it up for Franz, who hit it wide. With 8:39 to play in the first half. No score in the game.
You notice San Diego on that play brought all 10 team field players back to defend against that that free kick. I think it's a Vogelsinger trait, that is, when you don't have possession of the ball, every player has to think defensively, and they're all in the back.
Cosmos at the midfield line. Beckenbauer, although he started in the back tonight, has been a lot of the offense. Knocked over the sideline, awarded to the Cosmos. Last touch by Donnelly. Eskandarian. Into Tuitt. Tuitt's getting more of the ball now. Stripped of the ball. Julie V made the play. Here's Tuitt to come back and get it and play it to Beckenbauer at midfield. 7:50 to play first half. Here's Bogey with the ball. Bogicevic. Play it for Garbett. To Carlos Alberto. Now for Bogey if he can get to it. He did get a head on it. And it's back to Alan Mayer.
The intent was very good there. Bogey drifted into a lovely position behind a defender. Unfortunately, he wasn't seen early enough. I think the ball was played just a little bit late. But that's just, again, the little half second that's missing at this point in timing. But it'll come. And I'm sure in the second half we'll see that kind of timing improve.
And that pass at the referee, and it sets San Diego going. Coker's shot just went wide.
Number 14, Adi Coker.
Thing that set that up was the referee's heel. But he's on the playing field, and he's part of the field. If it hits him, the ball is in play.
Now watch Coker here. He steps over the ball nicely and turns on a dime and hits it with his left foot. Coker's very tough on the ball.
All right, Beckenbauer quickly now outside the 35 of San Diego. Now to Denny Tuitt. Tuitt for Ricky Davis. And an interception by Denny Tuitt. Here's Tuitt on the left. Going to the line with Wilrich. Wilrich knocked it over the goal line. Corner kick, Cosmos.
Corner kick.
With 6:27 to play in the first half.
Again, watch the number of players that we're seeing there massing on the ball carrier. There are 2 or 3 defenders coming over to cut off Denny Tuitt.
Eskandarian for Quinaya. Mayer saw it. Mayer saw Giorgio cutting in. He came out and got it. Igor Bachner, number 18 for San Diego for the midfield line. That's Peter Nover for Coker. Broken up by the Cosmos. Broken up by Beckenbauer. Foul on Coker.
Interesting use of Adi Coker by this team. They're putting him up outside and giving him these diagonal runs across the top of the penalty area, which are the kinds of things you would normally expect a bigger, tougher player to be making. But he's so light on his feet and so quick and takes those short steps that maybe he can get away with that sort of thing.
Sandy Formoso now for the Cosmos. Back heel for Carlos. Carlos along that right wing. Play it for Franz. Well, no doubt about it. San Diego's in a defensive posture. The Cosmos trying to figure out a way to break it down. Davis to Bogey, trying to get it back to Ricky. Bogey got it again. For Giorgio. Shot!
Yes! Yes!
Incredible! Canaglia goal!
That's why he's number one. That's why he's number one. All over the world they're looking for goal scorers like that.
What a goal by Canaglia. An impossible angle.
Giorgio Canaglia.
Look at this lovely touch. Just over the head. Perfect timing. Ran behind the defense. Was not offside. Then turns and smacks it past both defenders. Super shot.
It's a sign of Giorgio Canaglia. He can hit the goal from almost any angle. He has a nose for the goal, and it was a beautiful effort.
And the Cosmos on top 1-0 on a brilliant goal by Giorgio Canaglia. And the first goal scored against San Diego here in the 79 regular season. They'd beaten California 1-0. What a goal by Canaglia.
I think we'll see that this goal will put a little more life into the offense of the Cosmos and make our defense work a little harder as well. It usually does. The first goal does things like that to us.
We have 4 minutes to play in the first half, and the Cosmos on an electrifying goal by Canaglia. Beautiful pass to Warner to set it up.
Beautiful pass.
Escondero now being boxed in, now cleared it over the sideline. He almost, well, he really kept it from giving a corner away. All right, San Diego will throw it in with Wilrich. Let's see if it's a long throw. It is a long throw. And Bogey made the play. Nice lead out here to Tuart to set him going. And the Cosmos moving quickly with Denny Tuart on the left wing. Denny inside the 35-yard line. Tuart played by Donnelly there. Tuart beats him to the left. Now the cross inside is knocked down. Knocked away. I believe they're going to give it to Cosmos.
Right. Again, excellent defense there by Igor Bachner, who slipped in behind Donnelly, knowing that Tuart probably would beat Donnelly, but he was ready there as the second defender to strip the ball away from Dennis.
40 minutes, 18 seconds.
40 minutes, 18 seconds. Canaglia's goal.
The assist to Bogicevic.
Bogey made that brilliant pass we were talking about. Bogey with the ball. Now watch Carlos Alberto attacking from the right wing. Carlos in the box. Shot! Alberto on goal. Carlos Alberto just freed himself along that right wing and really took a hard shot.
That was a worthwhile effort by Carlos, because everybody else, as you can see in the middle of the screen, is marked. So he does a surprising thing and hits it to the left of the goalkeeper, probably sensing the goalkeeper was beginning to edge out for in anticipation of a cross from Carlos.
Good point. 2:15 to play in the first half. Jim Carvelis, Seamus Mallon, and Warner Roth. Warner's out with a knee problem, should be out 4 to 6 weeks, and we're looking forward to having you back on the field, because I think you're too good up here, mainly.
I'm looking forward to playing.
Tonight's ball girls, the young ladies.
Addy Coker. He came into this league with Hubie Vogelsinger in Boston, and I believe it was 1974 when they first came in the league.
That's right, and he looked just like a schoolboy then. He was so young looking, and now he's just so much stronger and more mature as a player, and it's good to see him back out there. I like Addy. I like his style. I think he deserves a good career in this game, because he certainly had some tough times.
All right, Giorgio Canaglia with the ball. Now to Garbett, and Coker got Garbett. Let's take a look at this again.
Well, Giorgio trying to control the ball. Terry's shouting to him that Coker's on his back, takes the ball, and I think it was just Addy Coker's momentum that kept him going and brought him right into Terry Garbett.
Look at Sanino. They finally take him down. And a yellow card. They took Sanino down. Donnelly, and some words. Sanino really got nailed.
Martin Donnelly, number 2.
You know, if Donnelly really thinks that Sanino took a fall, I can't believe that, because
Okay, now watch this. Here's the Beckenbauer specialty. Let's see what he can do.
There's Bogey directing traffic on the right. Looks like he's conducting the Boston Pops. That's Bogey on the right, Franz. Let's see what happens. Beckenbauer hit the wall. Mayer with the ball.
The shot was by Franz Beckenbauer.
Well, Franz does that sometimes. If he can't go around the wall, he very often will go right through it, and his shot is so accurate that even the slightest opening in the wall will cause him to use that opportunity.
San Diego now trying to move forward. That's Igor Bachner. There's a good ball for Novert, 35-yard line on the left wing. They've got 2 men over there. Now the chip in the box, and there's a good defensive play by Carlos Alberto. How many times have we said that? Or soccer announcers around the world for the last 15 years. And now a whistle blows, and that signifies the end of the first half here at San Diego with a score. The Cosmos won, and nothing for the San Diego Sockers. So it's outstanding first half.
In 1978, 34 goals. Why is Canaglia so good?
I think a lot of help I get from my teammates, from great players like Franz and Carlos and Bogey. You know, they help me out a lot.
Do you expect to go into this season and have another tremendous year like you had the last season?
Well, you know, you hope that you're going to have a good season, but there's a lot of factors. You know, you have to have a little bit of luck and hope to keep healthy and try your best.
Keeping healthy, does that put a little pressure on you, knowing that there's really not anyone on the bench that can replace you in the lineup? You know, heaven forbid that you should get an injury. How does that affect your attitude going into a game?
Well, you know, I never try to think about the injury side because I've been lucky in my career as a soccer player. I've never really got injured, you know, but you can never tell. Life is very strange. But I think that we have some other players that can still, you know, if I do get hurt, you can switch players around in a way that they'll be effective.
The effectiveness of the team this year, we've gotten almost 2 months of preseason training behind us. From your point of view on the field, how does it look for 79?
Well, you know, the preseason wasn't all that good as we expected it to be, but, you know, we have new players and it's a bit hard for them to get into the new team, the different environment. It takes them a couple of months to get ready. But I think, you know, for tonight we'll be ready, and for the season we should be all right.
We've heard a lot of talk about Gerd Miller coming over now from Germany, another world-class striker. Of course, Flanagan possibly coming back with New England. Trevor Francis playing well with Detroit. It seems like there's going to be some competition for that goal-scoring championship. How do you see it?
Yeah, I think this year it's going to be very hard for me to win it again, but I'll try. But this is good for the game of soccer. You get these great players that come over and they play, and they come to the United States. They want to come over and want to play, and they promote the game of soccer. And when you have competition, you see better soccer and better all-round games.
Is Giorgio Canaglia going to be booed in 79 as he was in 78?
Well, you know, the people that come to the stadium, they pay, and they have the right to do anything they want. You know, I will try my best to give 100% every game. There's some games I'm going to play bad. I just hope they have a little bit of patience, that's all.
Well, Giorgio, I wish you as much luck as you've had in the past. You know, I'd like to be out there with you, but unfortunately, you're going to have to go at it without me.
Well, you know that all the players do miss you, and we hope you have a quick recovery and get back inside there.
Thanks a lot, George, and good luck today.
Thank you.
Now, as he scored his first goal in 1979. First of many, we're hoping. 34 last year. Look at the pass. The great pass by Bogey. And watch this, incredible from this angle.
It was a typical Giorgio Canaglia shot. Took the ball from Bogey into space, got to it, turned, spun, and shot. Fired past the keeper who was diving to make the save. It's a typical Giorgio goal, and I'm glad to see it's very appropriate for Giorgio to get the first goal of the season for us.
Patience. He hasn't seen much of the ball in the first half. He's had to come back a few times and get himself into the game. But here he held his position beautifully. He waited for the pass to take off before he moved. He could have gone offside, but he didn't. He waited for the right moment, and then when Bogey just lofted it ever so delicately over the defense, he was on his way. So that's really the trademark of the excellent goal scorer. Not only can he finish, but he sees the chance coming before it's there. And that's why he's the great scorer he is.
All right, we're in San Diego, California. If you're just tuning in, you missed a heck of a first half. The Cosmos on top, 1-0. I'm Jim Carvelis, Seamus Mallon, and of course Warner Roth, who'll be on the field hopefully for the Cosmos in about 5 or 6 weeks. That's Wierzchowski. He almost scored a goal tonight.
Neither team has made any substitution.
But the only one scored was by Giorgio Chinaglia. To Coker, right of the box. Alberto breaks it up but gives away a corner. Corner kick for San Diego, early moments of the second half. The Cosmos on top, 1-0 on a Chinaglia goal from Bogey. Stewart comes out of his box. Now the Cosmos attacking. Bogey, 35. Headed away and out of there by Harchanyi. He's a good defensive player. He's been a bulwark on the back line for San Diego. Julie V, good offensive player. Chipping in the box for Orhan. Brings it down, chips it toward Coker. Headed, goal! A brilliant goal. Eddie Coker from Orhan, and this game is tied.
Well, Coker scored a great goal there. I was amazed that he was able to get up in the air above Eskandarian. There's the pass to Donnelly, and Donnelly flicks up. Now watch Coker get up above Eskandarian and place it in the far corner.
And it was Donnelly, not Orhan, who made that great assist, and Coker was in position. Eddie Coker has tied this game at 1. Brand new game in San Diego. It only took a minute and a half. And now a foul against Denny Tuart, kicking Bogancic.
That's all love and kisses, but it certainly didn't look that way initially.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll check your tickets.
What happened there was the San Diego player apparently hit Dennis first, and Dennis was just retaliating, but it was a spur of the moment thing that I'm sure he didn't mean wholeheartedly, and as you saw, tried to make up for it to the player afterwards.
Beckenbauer's pass knocked away. And here comes San Diego again. Look out. Julie V finally stripped of the ball. Julie V finally stripped. The Cosmos acknowledge the support of Joe Manfredi and Safe Auto Sales, official dealership of the Cosmos and of the Princess Hotels. The Cosmos fell in love with the Princess, the Bahama Princess Hotels, official training site of the Cosmos, and Admiral Sportswear, the official uniform supplier for the Cosmos. 1-1 game. Chinaglia for Cosmos in the first half. Coker a minute and a half into the second half here in San Diego. And San Diego's been spurred on by that Coker goal. Here they come again. Now long in front. Yassin in front of Coker. Throwing it out to Ricky Davis. Yassin read it perfectly.
Well, Hubert did what he was expected to do, actually, for a surprise. He must have encouraged Donnelly to go forward, because Donnelly, after all, is a central defender, and he was the one who set up the goal. So we'll see if they keep it up.
Julie V got by Bogey, but not by Carlos Alberto. And Yassin's thrown it out to Garvin. Cosmos 1, San Diego 1, 41-17 to play in regulation. Santiago Formoso thinking offense. Roll it to Franz. Franz to Bogey, just over the midfield line. Bogicevic with a brilliant pass for the Chinaglia goal. Cosmos trying to take the lead again. Franz. Davis headed down and out of there. San Diego very tough defensively. Stacking men back. It looks like they've gone back into defensive posture again with a 1-1 game. And the long ball headed away by Formoso. Santi made the play. Orhan was the San Diego offensive player. Davis to Tuart. Sanino to Davis. Ricky. Nice move by young Ricky Davis. Cosmos coming. Sanino on a 50-50 ball. Lost it, but with it is Franz at the midfield line. Not a Bogicevic. Looking for someone to break. No one going. Sanino trying to get it back to Bogey. Picked off by Warshawski. Broken up by Warshawski to Peter Nover. Nover around to it. Peter Nover moving forward now. A long chip here. Too long. And Santi made the play. Santi Formoso. They send Ricky Davis running. Orhan chasing him. They go to Bogey at midfield. And out of Denny Tuart. Tuart beats his man. And now they're going to call handball. Handball against Denny Tuart.
Well, that was a good move, even though they ended up with that unfortunate handball. You could see they're getting a lot more space in the middle of the field, and maybe Hubert has asked them to go back and defend a bit more. But the Cosmos just simply got to get their rhythm going again. It doesn't matter.
Orhan with Formosa, excuse me. Let's see what happens here. Good tackle, but Orhan stayed on his feet. Ball crossing right in front. Warshawski has a chance. Get it to Coker. He's stripped of the ball. There's a shot that hit the side of the net by Julie V. Cosmos had to make some tough defensive plays in there, Warner.
Some tense moments there. It was a high ball coming in. There was a lot of yellow bodies in there, but we also had enough Cosmo defenders. Luckily, the shot went wide. There was a bit more confusion than anything else, I think.
It was a bogey tackle that maybe distracted Julie V a little bit and had him hit the side netting. Bogies had to play a lot of defense in the box tonight. Long for Sanino. What a ball. Sanino, it was tackled from behind, though. Good defensive play made there by Dogancic. Dogancic now with the ball. Great defensive play. Sanino would have been one-on-one coming in. Dogancic now coming forward. Terry Garbutt marking him. Now the interception by Ricky Davis to Terry Garbutt. Sanino's got a little bit of room over the midfield line coming for the 35. Sanino, tricky ball handler. He beats one man. Sanino looking to beat the other man, and he's obstructed. He was obstructed by Bachner. They put it in play to Terry Garbutt. Garbutt now to Bogey on top. Bogey to Tuart. They call him offside. Check it, Quinaglia. They call him offside. They call Georgie offside.
This game seems really to be opening up now. They've got a lot of space between offense and defense. Everybody's going on attack when they have possession of the ball, and I think it's going to turn into an exceptional game.
It's a slugging match now. There's no more jabbing or bobbing or weaving. They're slugging now. Both clubs looking to get the lead. It could be a critical lead at this point, the second goal. Now it's Franz Beckenbauer, the 35. Beckenbauer moving offensively. Quinaglia looking to get position. He's got it back, looking for Franz. Just by him, and they give and go. Quinaglia and Beckenbauer. San Diego coming out of their end. They go to Addy Coker, the goal scorer at midfield. Lays it off nicely for Nover. His lead pass not very nice. Eskandarian picks it off for the Cosmos. A good lead to Tuart, but he couldn't handle it. Denny Tuart just couldn't handle the pass.
That was unfortunate. He had all kinds of room in front of him and really could have put tremendous pressure on the right side of the defense there. Some nice
1-1 game.
Yeah, some nice 1-2s. Nice short passing in the box by Beckenbauer and Quinaglia.
By Cosmos breaking it up. And now a bad pass by Garbutt. And here comes San Diego the other way with Warshawski. Hard shot went wide. 1-1 game here in San Diego. We'll be back with more Cosmos soccer after these messages. All right, back to the live action. It's still a 1-1 game. The Cosmos in San Diego. We have 35-19 to play second half. And here's Quinaglia inside the 35, laying it back for Denny Tuart. Cosmos coming now. Tuart, a long ball on the left side looking for Eskandarian. It was headed over the bar by Nover. And the Cosmos get a corner kick out of that one.
Corner kick for the Cosmos.
Cosmos haven't had a corner kick in a long time.
That's right. This is their first corner kick of the second half. Only 3 in the first half.
All right, corner kick coming up for the Cosmos right now. 1-1 game, 34-44 to play in regulation. Short corner. There's the cross by Eskandarian. Novers breaking it up and clearing downfield for Coker. Alberto back. Beckenbauer covering. Lee coming through. Shot! What a save! Saved again. And they're going to call offside, I believe. All right, let's watch it now.
Beautiful pass by Coker and a great stop by Yassin. A follow-up and finally pushed out by Eskandarian. I don't know what they finally called on that, an offside or a...
I believe they called the offside, and I'll tell you, the Cosmos were very close to a handball in there by Eskandarian, and San Diego did not get the call. It was very close anyway. It was a good play by Eskandarian.
Very good play.
To help Yassin out. San Diego heading it over the far sideline. What a brilliant pass to Wilrich that time from Andy Coker.
Well, there once again, the Cosmos, in their eagerness to get up front, had thrown a lot of players forward for the corner kick situation, and that quick clearance caught him off guard a bit.
All right, knocked over the far sideline. It belongs to the Cosmos. We may have a free kick coming in here. Dangerous play on Nober. High kicking.
Dangerous play is very often.
Tickets for all Cosmos home games can be purchased at all 210 branches of Manufacturers Hanover Trust Company in New York and in New Jersey at Fidelity Union Trust. Tickets are also available at Ticketron through Charge It, Cosmos Ticket Office, 75 Rockefeller Plaza, New York, and at Giant Stadium. Hard shot by Carlos Alberto over the top. 32:40 to play in the game. 1-1 at Cosmos and San Diego, and it's been some game.
Carlos likes that surprise shot, I guess. The Cosmos playing the ball out outside, trying to draw some players out of positions, and Carlos very smartly thinking that maybe the goalkeeper had been lulled into a little bit of a lack of concentration by all that movement, thought he might have a go from outside.
Garbett to Bogey. Got away from the steal by Coker, got it to Franz. Fans wanted high kicking on Beckenbauer, that's why they're moaning. Sonny Formoso, get it back to Alberto. Look at Julie V chasing. And as a result, a bad Cosmos pass, but they'll get it back again. Davis with Coker right on him. Coker hasn't stopped running. He's playing both ends tonight, Winner.
He seems to be, and it's helping out. It's defensively, he's going back and he's marking.
Bogey. And the goalkeeper, Mayer, used that helmet to good use. He stuck it in Bogey's stomach.
Almost a good play there by Bogey, and you see why Mayer wears that headpiece.
Here's Orhan trying to give and go pass. Alberto broke it up. San Diego still with the ball. Here's a hard shot that just went wide. Hard shot by Igor Bachner. And it's still a 1-1 game. Cosmos a week from tomorrow will be in Washington, D.C. We'll have that on television on WOR. Here's a good pass to Sanino on the left wing. Cosmos trying to get some players up to help him. Tewart's coming in the box. There's a long ball for Garbett. In front, Quinalia's there. Garbett, and it's saved by Mayer. Mayer came out to close off Garbett, and Mayer shaken up in the play.
Okay, I don't think Terry realized the keeper was out that far because he let the ball bounce one more time than he had to. Just had to flick it here, but he tried to take a full shot on it. And as you can see, Giorgio was hanging in front, just waiting for that little slip through.
Alan Mayer looks like he may have hurt a knee.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you would check your ticket stubs and
From San Diego with the score, the Cosmos won, San Diego won. We'll be back in a moment with more Cosmos action. Back in San Diego, and Alan Mayer is still on the ground. Let's take a look at this one again, gentlemen.
Okay, Alan is coming out. He's making his run a bit too late, actually, and at the last minute, he needs to go feet first. And that's why he, I think he took the ball in the head, and you can see Garbett's boot coming through and catch him right on the knee. So I think it was the kick from Garbett into the knee rather than the ball or anything like that. But he did leave the line a little bit too late, and he should have sprawled body first rather than feet first.
Mayer's going to stay in the game, it would appear. It was the right knee. It looks a bit swollen, actually.
You've got great eyes, Jim. You can see that from here.
All right, let's go for the corner kick now. Formoso. Sani with a good move. Coker on him, and he shanked it. Sani shanked the attempted cross that time. It'll be a goal kick coming up for Alan Mayer, who probably won't take it.
Sani's a bit more confident with his left foot, I think, than he is with his right. And unfortunately, he found himself on his weak foot and on the weak side there.
Long for Coker. Alberto picks it off. Franz got it to Ricky Davis. Now the Cosmos trying to build from behind. Watch Beckenbauer leading. And here come the Cosmos attacking. 35-yard line. Tour chips it nicely on the left side. Now looking for the cross in front, knocked down, and it'll be a corner kick. Cosmos with 30 minutes and 10 seconds to play in regulation, a 1-1 game. Ricky Davis. Ricky made the good run on the left side. Young Ricky Davis gets it outside the box. A hard shot by Bogey, way off the mark. Bogey from about 22, 23 yards, hit it first time.
Pretty much of a long shot there, literally and metaphorically, for Bogey. Although when a ball comes in along the ground like that in the penalty area, it can't bounce around some and cause a lot of trouble, as we've seen a couple of times at the Cosmos end.
Bogey took it down, but it's San Diego with the ball. Here comes San Diego. Ladancic has it stolen away, and they hold. But the referee ruled advantage rule there. He knew the Cosmos had the ball back again. He didn't stop play. Denny Tuort now over the midfield line. Tuort looking, and there's just no room, Seamus. Bogey plays it back as a result. Now it's Garbett with a long ball looking for Quinaglia, left edge of the box. Giorgio shields his man well. Quinaglia being forced out, though. Good back heel for Sanino. Sanino to cross in front, and no one there, just by Bogey. A half a yard behind Bogey, Warner.
That was very unfortunate. It was a great play by Sanino, and Bogey was coming in just to meet the ball, and it was just a yard or so behind him. Could have been a great play.
Davis to Tuort, and Denny Tuort to Sanino on the right. Sanino, not a very good pass, but Tuort picks it off anyway. Tuort trying to get it back to Sanino, does to the right of the box. Sanino taking his man on. Sanino to the goal line, is knocked down. And they're going to call what?
Corner.
Goal kick. No call there.
No corner.
Referee ruled it was an illegal shoulder charge. Did you think so, Werner?
Well, I don't want to tell you what I thought.
So now we know what you thought.
Well, as Werner will tell you, the referees always favor defenders anyhow.
Formoso with the ball to Franz. Now to Ricky Davis. Young Ricky has not played badly at all. Pass to Terry Garbett of the midfield line. Good ball to Tuort. Coming for the 35 of San Diego with 27:40 to play in the game. Tuort tackled away. Bogey's got it. Eskandarian overlapping in the left wing just inside the 35. Eski played it back through Davis all the way back over midfield to Franz. Carlos Alberto around Julie V. Play it back to Formoso, and San Diego continues to mark closely. Cosmos looking for a way in. Sanino beats his man. Every time you look around, a yellow shirt is near the ball.
Yeah, well, they got to go wider. They have to switch the play a bit more, just like that. It's got to go wide the other side. There we go.
They go wide. Eskandarian almost overran it and got the ball back again. Comes for the box. Eskandarian cross in front. It was knocked over the goal line. The Cosmos should have a corner kick coming here. 26:45 to play in the game. Good call, Seamus. They went wide to the overlapping Eskandarian.
Well, that's what you have to do. You've got to play the ball around on one side, draw the defense over, and then very quickly move it across field and in around the back on the other side. And they haven't been doing enough of that in this half so far.
All right, Bogey got it to Franz now on the short corner. They play it out to Ricky Davis. Davis, a hard shot that Mayer had to save, and Davis really nailed that one. Warner.
Good shot by Ricky. It was one of those unexpected ones where anything could have happened. Mayer did well to keep it from going in.
Watch Peter Nova now, and San Diego comes the other way. Nova has it broken up by Terry Garbutt to Ricky Davis. Davis now goes to Dennis Stewart with space now. Stewart running, he has Canaglia and Sanino with him. Here's Stewart, let's see if he can beat his man, he did. Then he Stewart looking in the box, looking for Canaglia, and they called offside Cosmos. They called offside Cosmos. It wouldn't have counted anyway.
That was a difficult call, I think. Great ball by Dennis. Georgia going up well.
That was not offside.
No, good defensive play by San Diego.
I think it did not look like outside. It did look, though, as that Giorgio may have pushed the defender in front of him in the back.
Giorgio wouldn't do that.
Time remaining 25 minutes and 20 seconds of the game. 1-1 Cosmos and San Diego. Sanino with the intercept. Again, almost passing for the referee. That's the only thing about these new dark blue jerseys. All right, here's Stewart with Nova. Stewart with the great moves. High lobbing ball for Giorgio. A missed kick by San Diego, failed to clear. Go with Sanino now, trying to beat his man. Has it tackled over the goal line. I believe they're going to have corner kick. Corner kick. Bogancic taking on Sanino.
Well, that's the 5th corner kick now for the Cosmos in this half alone. And we're not even halfway through it. And it's the equal of what San Diego had in the first half.
And the Cosmos are not throwing that corner kick in front of the goal. In most cases, they're playing it out and trying to attack from the angle.
We've had some difficulties with corner kicks in the past. What we've tried to do is give a short corner or give a corner to the short post.
Here is Marinho making his first regular season NASL appearance for the Cosmos. Marinho in for Terry Garbutt. So now Eddie Fermani looks for more offense. Here's the corner kick. Marinho header. Still in the box. San Diego clears. Marinho in for the Cosmos now. And this is Dennis Stewart on the left. Eskandarian, who likes to move up. You're going to like him. He's quick. Nice pass for Stewart. Cross. Far post. Mayer knocked away. Canaglia was in front, just a bit too long. Interception by Sanino. Sanino always working. Goes to the line. Has it tackled over the goal line by Bogancic again. It'll be a corner kick. Cosmos. There's 6, Seamus.
You'll notice a lot of these high balls are going past Giorgio in the air, and I think he turns around expecting somebody else to be there to try to play it in. But nobody has been there. Sanino has not been coming in.
In the box now, cleared by San Diego's good defense. And the Sockers, Orhan, interception again, but Santi Formoso couldn't control it. Throw in San Diego with 23 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the game.
And Jim, with the arrival of Marinho in the game now, Eddie's clearly going all out in attack because that's what Marinho likes to do. And taking Terry out makes the midfield somewhat less defensive than it has been. And Terry has been scrapping today. His passing has been a little bit off. But Marinho may be just what they need to get going. It is going to, however, put a lot more defensive weight on Ricky Davis again.
Donnelly's long ball is headed out of bounds by Santi Formoso.
I think San Diego succumbing to the pressure of playing at home and still being involved in a tie game. A lot of their passes are going astray. They are playing well defensively, but offensively they're sort of letting up.
All right, Sanino with the ball. Shy of the midfield line. He'll play it back for Carlos Alberto. 1-1 game, Cosmos, San Diego. Not a good ball to Davis, just a bit too high for him, and it's Nova getting it over, and it's San Diego with the midfield line with the ball. Eskandarian made the play on Woolrich, knocked it out of bounds. Eskandarian's done a good job, Warner, on Woolrich.
He's done a great job on Woolrich. He's marked him out of the game, and he's not been much of a factor on offense.
Here comes Nova through. He got away. It's Eskandarian with the ball. He's played an outstanding game. Marinho played it back for Bogey. Cosmos 1-1 game with San Diego. They knew it was going to be tough. They didn't think they were coming in here to overwhelm this team. It's always tough to win on the road, and it's always tough on the Cosmos because the other teams get up for us every single night, especially when they play in their home ballpark. Sanino on the Beckenbauer pass, battling for the ball, being knocked down, knocked over the sideline. The Cosmos will get it. Yeah, I like the way Sanino works. All right, here's Stewart. So they have Tuert and Sanino now on the same side. Eskandarian battling for the ball. Tuert going forward with Nover. Tackled it upfield, though, and it's Julie V with it. Julie V, Addie Coker is running up to get in the middle. Julie V is stripped of the ball by Ricky Davis. An outstanding defensive play by Ricky.
And a great pass out of defense by Ricky, too. A nice pass to feet rather than just a clear up the field aimlessly.
Alberto now. The Cosmos trying to move. On the left side, watch the Cosmos going with Sanino. Broken up. Nover made the defensive play. The Cosmos and their soccer camps of America are happy to sponsor the finest in soccer instruction this summer with their camps for boys and girls ages 7 to 18. For information on the Giorgio Chinaglia Soccer Academy, here's Warner. We'll tell you a little bit about Warner's Academy. Right now, let's tell you a little bit about Addie Coker. On the left now, here's the cross in front, dangerous, and the header goes over the goal line. I believe they're going to give what? Corner kick. As we said, the Chinaglia Soccer Academy. Let's watch the disc. I don't know. They gave a corner. San Diego now with 20 minutes and 20 seconds to play in the game. Headed out by Marinho. Chinaglia will battle for the ball. Knocked over the sideline. Giorgio asking for obstruction. He doesn't get the call. Now again in the box. And Yassin made the play as Eskandarian and Beckenbauer combined to break it up. They throw it out wide to Bogey on the left with 19:55 to play in the game. Bogey is fouled. Foul by Julie V. Ricky Davis now for the midfield line. Alberto to Denny Tuert, midfield. Formoso's moving forward, so is Marinho. Cosmos attacking. Back to Tuert. Gets away from one tackle. Beats Nover to the ball. Tuert with that great quickness and speed. Nover tackled it over the goal line. I believe the Cosmos going to get corner kick here. So good work by Denny Tuert that time as he stayed with the ball.
Great work by Dennis, especially when you consider the fact that he's been plagued by injuries and this is really the first full game that he's going out in.
Marinho with the ball outside the box. Play it on a give and go. Back to Marinho, the keeper out. Marinho centered it. Shot is high in the air and over the top by Giorgio. And what a center by Marinho that time. Another corner kick coming up. Look at this, Marinho centering the ball. Chinaglia tried to back heel it through and it was broken up. Now it's Marinho with a hard shot. And we'll have a goal kick coming up now.
That's the second corner in the row where the San Diego team has allowed that very quick ground ball across the edge of the penalty area to be played. And that's a very dangerous play. As you can see, Marinho got a shot off or set up two dangerous situations.
1-1 game, 18.5 minutes to play in the game here in San Diego. The Cosmos and the San Diego Sockers. All right, Bogey to zone 35. A nice clearing pass to Formoso to come forward to the midfield line. Sani, who has excellent speed. Sani now just outside the 35, leaves it for Bogey. Bogey has Sanino on the right. He goes to Alberto, who goes further over to Ricky Davis. Davis back to Carlos. They've got Marinho wide on the left. It's Davis coming through and broken up. And now the counter attack. Warshawski made the play. Knocked away. That's Ricky Davis again to come back and break it up momentarily. Bachner with the ball for Addie Coker. Alberto, or checking it was Beckenbauer that played him. San Diego now holding on the ball. 17.5 minutes to play in the game. Arshani, a hard shot, way off the mark. Speaking of those soccer camps, for information on the Giorgio Chinaglia Soccer Academy, the Warner Roth Soccer Safari, and the Pelé Soccer Camp, the number to call, 212-265-7315. Here's Tommy Armstrong coming in the game now for San Diego, for Addie Coker, who did an outstanding job. This man's done a great job as well. Errol Yassin tonight, Warner.
He's played very well, and I think he's given that defense a bit of a cooling down. He's allowed us to settle. He's made the key saves, which is so important in a game of this caliber.
Vogelsinger said to me before the game that he doubted that Coker could go much more in the half. and he's done very well to go that far given his injury.
All right, with the ball, this is Marinho, 35-yard line to Giorgio. Back for Marinho on the give and go, but it's broken up. Who's got the loose ball? Ricky Davis is tackled off the ball. Julie V has it at his own end along the right sideline for the midfield line. 16 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the game. The Cosmos 1, San Diego 1. Ricky Davis has been in the middle of everything tonight. He just knocked it away to Marinho. Nice back heel to Ricky. Nice ball to Tuart. Cosmos come up. Marinho's on the left side. Let's see if Tuart goes to him. Tuart to the 35. Denny. He has Marinho on the left, Sanino on the right. Now San Diego's back defensively. Hard to penetrate this soccer defense. San Diego Sockers. Alberto. Good to Bogey to chest it down. Bogey in the box for Tuart. Headed out. Here come the Cosmos at the edge of the box. There's a long cross for Giorgio offside. Quinallo lurking around the goal is offside. Fort Lauderdale has beaten New England tonight 2-0. That's at Fort Lauderdale. And a surprise of sorts, Houston in overtime beats Toronto 2-1. We gave you the Rochester score losing to Philadelphia 3-0. That's a surprise as well. A lot of balance in the league this year. A lot of the weaker clubs have really gotten stronger. It's going to be some battle. Handball, I believe. And the referee overruled it. The linesman called handball, and the referee overruled. San Diego in the box. Look out. Headed out by Beckenbauer. Orhan with the ball. Eskandarian with an outstanding defensive play.
Yeah, and he did very well there because Julie V is getting away with murder in the penalty area, to be perfectly honest. He's pulling every jersey in sight. And he pulled Eskandarian's jersey, prevented him from going out there in time enough to make a tackle. Nonetheless, Eskandarian still got out, made the desperation tackle, and got a minor injury for his troubles.
Eskandarian very quick, and that time he just positioned himself well, and Orhan just grabbed him. All right, now it's Quinallo with the ball at midfield. Time running out in regulation, 14:35. Cosmos would love a goal here. Now the pass got through momentarily. Let's see. Oh, and almost coming through was Denny Tuart. And now back to Alan Mayer. Cosmos scored in the first half. A beautiful bogey pass to Quinallo to notch the goal. They led 1-0 at the half. A minute and a half into the second half. An equally beautiful goal by Eddie Coker from Donnelly in front of the net. He headed it in, and that's all the scoring we've had. A lot of action in between. A foul against San Diego. Bogey was fouled by the new man, Tommy Armstrong. Here come the Cosmos quickly now. That's Eskandarian. Play it back for Rick Davis. Now all the way back to Franz, just over the midfield line. To Bogey.
Bogey's still looking for a little movement from the rest of the team. It seems that we've settled back into positions again, but what he's looking for is more movement in the forward line to create space.
Franz trying to get it to Tuart, and it was broken up, and Formoso going for the intercept, lost it, and now look out, it's San Diego coming quickly. Alberto's back with Wilrich. Here's the pass, comes back to Wilrich, broken up, and comes back to Yassin, and I'll tell you, that was an outstanding defensive play there. Meanwhile, we've got two players down. I believe it was Eskandarian who got in the way that time, collided with Wilrich. I think it was Eskandarian who made that fine defensive play, and you got two players on the ground.
I think it's a contested ball in the air here. We'll have to see. It's a deflection. There's the ball scrambling. You see it up in the air. There's the contested ball in the air. Bang, two heads crash together.
Eski and Wilrich, as it turns out, the two players that had such a heated first half and whom we thought were going to be
Ladies and gentlemen,
was going to be very effective if Eski could keep Wilrich from scoring and from playing well offensively.
The NASL champion Cosmos will be opening up their regular season on April the 22nd at home against Fort Lauderdale, a winner tonight. There's still time to get your season tickets, and there are many good seats still available for that opener. Now, to make your reservations for all soccer action at Giant Stadium, the number to call, 212 area code 265 8600, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Let's give you that number again. 212 area code 265-8600. And by the way, on that opening game against Fort Lauderdale, the first 15,000 youngsters will be given free official Cosmos flags, compliments of Cobra Sporting Equipment.
Well, they both seem to be coming out of it quite well.
I think Eskandarian also took a bad shot to the ribs as he was doing it. You see him holding his side there. Perhaps we can pick that up on the replay here. There's the carom. Here's the second rebound. Up in the air she goes. In they come to contest it. Crack, the heads go together. Ah, I see. I think it's Carlos Alberto's foot trailing behind that caught Eskandarian in the side of the ribs.
All right, we're back to the live action now. The Cosmos cleared of the near sideline. Eskandarian has impressed here tonight, Warner Wolf.
He has.
Excuse me, Warner Roth.
Easy for you to say. He has. He's the type of player that never gives up. You've seen him in some really hard collisions with the opposition, and still he's back. He's still holding his sides a bit, but I'm sure he's going to give it all he has.
All right, the free kick now, 34 yards from the Cosmos goal. No wall set up. Knocked down by Marinho. He took it flush. Ashani's hard shot taken flush by Marinho. Eskandarian working with Wilrick. Stewart almost intercepted, overran the ball. Now it's San Diego in the box. Look out, there's a header high over the bar. Peter Nover, a big guy who was good in the air, had good position that time. And the Cosmos defense is being tested.
San Diego's throwing a lot into the forward line. You see two to three, four offensive players going up for that ball.
Headed out for the Cosmos now, out to Sanino. Sanino looking upfield now. Tricky Portuguese winger through Denny Tour to Bogey now. Cosmos moving. On the left, it's Quinaglia. Giorgio. Chipping in the box. Cleared. Bogey knocked it down. Comes out to San Diego with 11:28 to play in the game. Still 1-1. Coker for San Diego in the second half. Quinaglia for the Cosmos in the first half. He's onside. That's Julie V. In front. Formoso could not clear it. Shot went wide. Almost a very big mistake by Sani. He could not make the clearance, and Orhan hit it wide.
It was a pressure situation. It was just slipped off Sani's foot.
So it stays 1-1 with 11 minutes to play in the game. And now Sani at his own 35-yard line. Marinho, number 3, in for Garvin. Not a good ball. Donnelly to Warshawski now to the midfield line for San Diego. Ricky Davis got a foot on the ball. Warshawski stayed with it. Bachner with it. Bachner now crossing it over. They get it to Donnelly, who's coming forward. So San Diego is moving people forward now, Seamus.
Well, they got 10 minutes in which to try to snatch the winner, and they should do so. But ball possession is everything, and so long as they can keep moving it around and not make any mistakes, they'll be okay. There's their mistake.
By the way, in that Houston 2-1 win over Toronto, that was a shootout victory for the Hurricane of Houston over the Blizzard of Toronto. New name for Toronto this year. All right, Alberto to Bogey. Bogey, good pass for Ricky Davis. Kept to Quinaglia to Tourt. And now the clear man on the left side, and that's Eskandarian. Tourt trying to give and go to Eski, but just broken up. And a fine play by Warshawski. Formoso intercepts. Sani very alert there. Now plays it for Ricky Davis between the midfield line and the 35 of San Diego with 9.5 minutes to play in the game. Sanino. Marinho going to Sanino, but Sanino did not read the intent.
Well, he didn't read the intent because I'm not quite sure the return pass was on anyhow. There were two defenders over there. It would have been pretty tricky to go through them. Again, I just would like to see the Cosmos go back to what they were doing in the early part of the second half, and that's just swing it around from wing to wing a bit more.
Sanino and Quinaya with him up front. Beckenbauer kept it alive. And it was knocked over the sideline by Nover. Sanino will throw it in inside the 35 of San Diego with 8:17 to play. Oh, what a goal would look like now for the Cosmos. All right, let's watch Beckenbauer. Marinho. Bogey heading for Giorgio. Knocked over the goal line. I believe Cosmos get corner kick. Eskandarian was there with Quinaya. Eskandarian loves to come up on offense.
He does. He does love to come up, and it puts a lot of pressure on the opposing defense.
Marinho outside the box. Good work. Marinho shot. What a save by Mayer. Another corner kick, and Marinho had a lot of room that time, Seamus.
Yes, he had, because of that same weakness in defense. Again, look at that ball he gets all the time in the world there. Puts a nice fake, goes to his own left, and that lethal left foot he has. Here he goes again.
He's in the box. He tries to center, but he drove over the goal line. So Marinho, a very dangerous offensive weapon. And Eddie Fermani took Garbett, a basically defensive midfielder, out of this ball game and put Marinho in there to do things just like that, to put pressure on the San Diego goal.
We will go into
7 minutes and 7 seconds to play in the game.
sudden death overtime period.
The field announcer is now explaining the overtime and shootout provisions. The Cosmos would like to get to the hotel earlier by scoring a goal here and getting it over with. Attendance tonight, by the way, in San Diego is 16,396. Formoso. And the Cosmos break it up. Here's Quinaya at midfield. He's got Tuart on his left. He plays on the right to Formoso coming up front. Broken up. And here's San Diego with room. Julie D. He's got Alberto. Julie still with the ball. Julie V, skillful player. Broken up. A combination of Alberto and Eskandarian broke it up.
We did well to get a lot of defensive players back there. You saw there were about 3 San Diego players and about 6 Cosmo players. So it was a good defensive play by our team.
96.
That's a new record for San Diego. Attendance 16,396. Here's Quinaya getting free now. Giorgio Quinaya, left of the box. Here's the cross, headed out by Donnelly nicely. Beckenbauer brought it down, played it to Marinho on the left. Marinho looking in the box. He's got Tuart and Quinaya. Marinho's in the box. Here's a shot. Save. Marinho. Now the Cosmos applying pressure, but it's cleared by San Diego with 5.5 minutes. Orhan, go to Julie V. They turn it the other way. Orhan, Bogey coming back to play defense. Bogey deflected it nicely back to Formoso. Nice play by Bogey.
It's getting hot and heavy now. Both sides attacking as quickly as they can. They see that the counterattack seems to be the best weapon that's working now, and both sides using it effectively.
5 minutes, 5 seconds to play in the game. Tuart in midfield. And now to Ricky Davis and now to Bogey. 4:55 to play. Jim Carvelis, Seamus Mallon, one are off. It's been an exciting opener. Here comes Sanino. Knocked away as he tried to split the defense. Sanino tried to beat too many people that time. A long ball coming up here for Julie V. Julie V outside the box. And he took Alberto down. He took Alberto down. Foul on V with 4:17 to play in the game. Franz Beckenbauer. Actually, Franz was creating more in the first half. Marinho, nice ball to Tuart. And knocked away. Marinho's done a good job offensively since coming in. Foul against the Sockers.
Well, it's getting a little physical out there, Werner. You've probably noticed it too. There have been a lot of somewhat chippy fouls in the last few minutes, and people just got to keep cool out there and try to put some of these free kicks to best advantage. There's a great chance here for the Cosmos to do something.
Timeout on the field for New York substitutions.
All right, the Cosmos now are going to make some make a substitution.
Eskandarian
Eskandarian leaves.
Number 22, Kevin Egan.
Kevin Egan, a newcomer, is in the game. There he is, Kevin Egan.
Now, we've not heard much about Kevin. He's a player that Eddie brought up from Tampa.
All right, Marinho took that free kick now. Looking to bring it into Denny Tuert. His cross is knocked off Bachner. And it's going to be a Cosmos corner kick coming up.
And Jim, that's the 10th corner kick of this half. So a lot of pressure from corner kicks, but no goals.
All right, let's see what Tuert does with it in the box. Not a very good effort. Willrick. And the new man, Egan, headed it back. But it's Nover for San Diego. Nice play, though. Knocked away by Sanino. Sanino at the 35. To Marinho. On the left to Denny Tuert. Against Donnelly. Nover is going to come over and help out. Tuert again trying to cross the ball. Gets a corner kick for the Cosmos.
Dennis not having as much success in the last part of the game here and beating his man one-on-one. But he's still taking a good corner kick.
Marinho, a hard shot, and a save by Mayer. Marinho, another drilling shot.
Again, look at this. Nice, easy ball out there to the corner. See all the space he has? That play's been working all night. Good hands there by the keeper. He dropped that one. Giorgio would have tucked it away.
Wyszychowski now playing on the right side, coming in the Cosmos zone at the 35-yard line, knocked away by Marinho. Now on the left wing, it's San Diego attacking again. Bogancic in the box, headed toward goal. D knocked it in the goal, but it's offside. It is offside. It is offside. B was offside.
Well,
that's not really arguing too much here.
No, I don't think so. You're right.
Right, the Cosmos quickly counterattack. It's Quinaya. Donnelly playing him. Quinaya stays in the ball. Giorgio taken down. Now there's an advantage. Quinaya was fouled, but Quinaya had the advantage.
Okay, let's watch this last shot. See, he's offside on the second. He's offside on the headed ball, not on the initial pass.
All right, now we're back to the live action again with 1:30 to play in the game. Marinho with a free kick along the right edge of the box.
Free kick to the Cosmos now.
In front. Knocked out of there. And it's Ricky Davis with the ball. 1:17 to play in regulation. And now to Sanino. To Marinho. Let's see if he can save it. He can. Pass in front, but it's knocked away. Bachner to Orhan with 1:03 to play in the game. This crowd of over 16,000 excited now. San Diego on the attack, and it's Beckenbauer to break it up, and this could send the Cosmos on a counterattack. Watch Marinho. Marinho toward Sanino, moving forward now. Sanino taken down with 38 seconds. Taken down by Bogancic. Clock ticking away now. 30 seconds. 29, 28. It'll be Alberto to put it in play with 25. In the box, far post for Georgie. Outside, Bogey hit it over the top. Bogicevic with the left foot. And it looks like we're going to go into overtime with 14 seconds. Now that is unofficial. We may have some injury time, I do not know, on Alan Mayer, but we'll wait and see. The clock reading 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. We do have some injury time. And now, that is the end of regulation here in San Diego. It's a 1-1 game. And the Cosmos scored first in the first half. Quinaya, Coker early in the second half. Great individual effort and a great outlet pass to Davis. A great pass to Sanino to set it up.
Great piece of teamwork, as you say. Lovely passing down the field. Ricky Davis has been wonderful in midfield passing. Here you see the ball he puts beautifully right between the defender. Peter Nover has lost it. There's no wind left. He cuts inside Donnelly there and then fires a scorching right footer.
By the New York Cosmos,
Great score. What a great goal.
What a great way to start 1979. And that man, Senino, who's taken over for Stevie Hutt this year, being embraced by his teammate, Terry Garbutt, and the Cosmos have come out on top 2-1 in overtime. And Senino has done the job. A great effort. You see Eddie Fermani, a very happy man. So the Cosmos have won in overtime. In the second 7.5-minute sudden death overtime, Senino has scored the goal. And in the most exciting soccer game, the Cosmos have bested San Diego. What a game. Winner?
I think it was a great start for a 1979 season for everybody concerned. It was a good effort on a part of the defense, shutting down the San Diego forwards. It was a good all-around effort, hard work, and it's something I think that we needed at this point to sort of solidify us after our preseason tour. And I'm looking forward to more of the same kind of exciting soccer in the future.
Seamus, a good start.
A very good start and a great goal for Senino. I mean, this is where he's strong, in that long run downfield where he's got some space to expose a defender. He had some trouble earlier in tight situations, but when he gets free long and when he's got some ground to work on, as you see him here, look at all that space. And that's where he can turn on the jets, cut inside defenders, throw them off, see the nice fake inside, cuts across his defender. Bruce Donnelly, beautiful. And here's the finishing shot. Great piece of work.
So Senino at 98:04 the game in overtime from Ricky Davis. And the Cosmos have won 2-1. Quinaya scored in the first half. Eddie Coker. And now the most valuable player of the game, Eskandarian, the most valuable player, went out with bruised ribs, did a great job on Mulrick, played offensively well. Giorgio Quinaya and Errol Yassin, number 3, who did an outstanding job in the goal. So the Cosmos have come here to San Diego, and they've won their opener. And our next telecast will be a week from tomorrow, April the 8th, in Washington against the Tough Diplomats, and it'll be on to Atlanta the following week, and then home the 22nd of April against the Fort Lauderdale Strikers.